From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Meredith Vieira, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And still to come on Today, you need a little work done around the house? We'll help you decide when you can handle it yourself and when you should leave it to the professionals.
Do you guys like to tinker around the house?
Don't like to, but sometimes have to.
Are you handy?
Not particularly.
Handy?
I actually am kind of handy.
Handy?
I enjoy
A little handy.
Okay. Well, you know, there are some projects.
You?
No. I like to think I am.
Wait, let's look at the headline here. The girls are handy, the boys are not.
Or the guys are honest and the girls are not.
Whoa! Hey,
the guys are lazy.
Baby. I'll show you my stuff.
Lou Manfredini is standing over here. He's going to talk to us about some home improvement projects. He's going to tell you which things it's a good idea to tackle yourself and which things you should really call a professional in to take care of.
Anything that can kill you, I say you.
Electricity, not good.
Gas, line, not.
Do you do projects around the house?
When I can.
All right, well, we're going to tell you when you can do it and when you really need to call in the experts.
And this morning on Today's Home, with apologies to Shakespeare, to do it yourself or not to do it yourself? That is the question. That's so bad. Anyway, there are a lot of projects in your house that you have to decide whether or not you want to do yourself or call in a professional to do. How do you make the evaluation? You call in Lou Manfredini, who's our Today Show contributor. He's got some advice on that. Lou, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Boils down to money for a lot of people. Can they afford to bring in a professional? But you say if you make mistakes, you're actually going to cost yourself more money.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's questions you have to ask yourself about whether or not you want to tackle this yourself. And you're right, money is a big consideration.
All right, and let's talk about the questions you think people should ask themselves. Do I have any idea what I'm about to do? Do I have the motivation to learn and make mistakes and see it through? Will I hurt myself or anyone around me? Do I have more time or money for this endeavor? The same questions, interesting enough, I ask myself before this show every morning.
And you continue to show up every day.
Exactly. Let's talk about 3 projects. We've asked ourselves those questions. The first one is replacing a tub liner.
25 years ago, had you talked about these whole liner systems, I would have told you no way. It just wasn't there. It didn't look like a good option, but it's come a long way. There's companies like this particular one called ReBath. They come in with all these different samples of a solid surface acrylic material.
Right.
What's unique about it is it's so easy to keep clean. They come in, this is the real intangible for people. If you take a look at the tub, now this is just a mock-up, obviously. It's kind of a tiny tub.
Yeah.
But take a look at this bathtub. This goes right over your old tub.
Okay.
They take apart the shoe and the drain and everything. They have 1,000 molds to go over just about anything you have.
But the skills you need here, you got to learn how to caulk, you've got to be able to measure, you've got to be able to tile, even though, you say it's this acrylic stuff. So on a scale of 1 to 10, do it yourself being a 10, 1 being call a professional, where would you rank this?
This is a 3, because what worries me more is not putting it together, but what's behind this is the intangible. If you cover up a problem, you're only creating more problems for yourself.
Call a professional. Project number 2, building an outdoor deck. There is no way in the world I would do this myself. What do you think?
Well, this is a maybe, a resounding maybe, because there's so much you need to know, Matt, about how to do this the right way, because there's a lot of concrete work that has to go in there. You need a building permit. You need to understand layout to make sure that it's all square.
And when this is done, this has to be able to support a lot of people safely.
Absolutely. Safety is key. And you have so many choices. I mean, the natural choices are treated lumber, redwood, cedar. These are great options. Now you've got the synthetics that really have come on strong.
This is PVC.
This is PVC. It's a product called AZEC, which is virtually maintenance-free. This is a product called TimberTech, which is a blend of like ground-up grocery bags and wood. Super resilient and easy to maintain.
So by the time you get done with the footings, the concrete, the measuring, the leveling, you think you still can do this yourself?
You got to have some skill. If you, in your 1 to 10 scale, this is about a 5.
1 minute left. Interior painting, this is a layup. You say anybody can do this at home themselves.
What did you say to me before we went?
If you make a mistake, you paint over it.
The biggest mistake that people make is that they don't use good products. I want to make sure that people are buying really good paint, products like Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams. They're washing the wall first, Matt, because any good paint job is the prep work underneath it. You do a little taping, you add some color to your life. This is something that anybody can do in a weekend. You'd be amazed. Now, things like choosing the right tools, okay? This is a cheap roller that you go to the store, and that's what it does if you use it.
Right, exactly.
Since you're going to do it yourself, upgrade to higher quality stuff.
Can I just mention, though, when I was unemployed, I helped a friend paint his house. It's easy, but it's backbreaking. You're on your knees a lot, you're on ladders a lot, so you have to be physically fit to do.
But you never know when you're going to be unemployed, so it's a good thing to have
it's a good skill.
in your back
pocket. It's good to have on my resume. You're
That's right, exactly.
Lou Manfredini, thank you very much. Good advice. When we come back, we'll meet